God is awesome. He is great. He's on the throne. 1 Corinthians 15:35. He says, Paul is continuing here. He says, someone is going to ask the question, how are the dead raised? So tell me more about this resurrection story. How are the dead raised? What kind of body do they, with what kind of body do they come? He says, you foolish person, what you sow does not come to life unless it dies. You put a seed in the ground, and the seed is dead. You sow it, you put it in the ground, and then it germinates. And then it comes to life. He says, what you sow is not the body that is to be, but a bare kernel, a seed. He said, perhaps of wheat or of some other grain. But God gives it a body as he has chosen. Can you imagine the seed of a plant and compare it to the plant afterwards? It's so different. He says, God gives it a body as he has chosen. To each kind of seed, its own body. He says, look, not all flesh is the same. There is one kind of for humans, another one for animals, another for birds, another for fish. I mean, you look, when you're eating fish or you're cooking fish, you see it's a different kind of meat. Chicken is different. Beef is different. It's all different. And he says, there are heavenly bodies and you have earthly bodies. The glory of the heavenly is of one kind, the sun, the moon, and then the glory of the earthly is another. There's one glory of the sun, another glory of the moon, another glory of the stars. Star differs from star in glory. Some are brighter than the other. So the sun shines, has its own glory, the moon, the stars, and even each one star is going to be different from the other. He said, so it is with the resurrection of the dead. What is sown is perishable. This body, when it goes into the ground, when I die, my body goes wrong. This is perishable. What is raised, however, is imperishable. The new body, the resurrected body, is going to be different. It's going to be an imperishable body. He says it is sown in dishonor, in debt, and people pouring dirt over it, and it's in dishonor, but it's going to be raised in glory, like the glorious body of Jesus. It is sown in weakness, whether it's sickness and frailty, beset by disease and stuff like that, but it is raised in power. It is sown a natural body. It is raised as spiritual body. So there's a key here. This is a natural body, but the resurrected body is going to be a spiritual body, a body that could be recognized as me or as you, right? But it's going to be a spiritual body. He says, look, if there is a natural body, there is also a spiritual body. So when people are asking the question, well, what kind of body it is going to be one that is imperishable, and one that is spiritual. Look at Jesus when he was resurrected. They recognized him. He could eat and drink, but he was able to appear and disappear like that. Walls, he was not contained by walls. And they could touch him. So they could recognize him. And that's how we're going to be with our new body, our resurrected bodies. Praise the Lord.